Are you tired of feeling stuck in your fitness journey? Are you struggling to make progress despite your best efforts? Are you ready to take your physique to the next level? In this video, I'll review the 7 mistakes I made in my own fitness journey that slowed my progress and how I overcame them. By learning from my experience, you can avoid these pitfalls and accelerate your progress toward your fitness goals. I'll share my personal story of how I went from a skinny fat teenager with no muscle to a fit and toned individual who was proud of his physique. By learning from my experience, you can avoid these common pitfalls and accelerate your progress toward reaching your fitness goals. I started going to the gym when I was 15 and when my best friend introduced me to it. At the time, I was struggling with a bit of a mental health issues and I was super dissatisfied with my physique and wanted to look like a fitness influencer. I told myself that I would get Jeff Side's physique in a year's time. I would start training hard, real hard. 2 years later, I managed to transform my physique from this to this. Unfortunately, I had made many mistakes which slowed my progress down. The first mistake I made was to skip leg day. Yeah, you can laugh at me as much as you want for that, alright? I admit. Although I knew that training legs were important, I kept giving excuses to myself such as my legs were big enough and that I was too lazy to train them. Even if you have genetically bigger legs, this doesn't mean you have to keep them all together. Training your legs gives you a variety of other benefits such as increased testosterone, more muscle which lead to higher metabolism, and improved strength on other lifts such as the bench press and the deadlift. The second mistake I made was being inconsistent with my supplement routine. No, I mean the legal ones. Anyways, what I would do is I would take some protein powder and creatine consistently for a few weeks and I would then stop taking them for another few months. Thinking back about it, I have no idea why I would do that. Probably I was too lazy to buy them whenever it ran out. The main point is be consistent with your supplements. They are not steroids and you don't need to cycle with them. See this? I was the guy who followed these kinds of exercises. The third mistake I made was to do too many exercise variations because I thought more equal better. This takes up too much time and by the time you have to do the important exercises, you probably don't have enough energy to do so anymore. Stop listening to these fitness influencers showing you a bunch of new exercises. They look cool but are usually far from effective. Instead, just stick to the basics such as bench press, pull-ups, deadlifts and squats and supplement the rest with other exercises. I remember when I just first started going to the gym, I knew that I had to eat a lot of protein. So during break time in school, I would always go to the canteen and order a 7-egg omelette. Yeah, a 7-egg omelette. It was deep fried in lots of oil, but man, it was delicious. I would also prepare some peanut butter sandwiches to go together as I thought peanut butter was a good protein source. That's where the fourth mistake was. I had zero idea on how to diet properly. My main sources of protein for the day would be that 7-egg omelette and my peanut butter sandwiches. The rest of the food I ate would be just whatever my mom cooked. Instead, what I should have done was to focus on these 3 things. My calorie intake, taking sufficient protein from high quality sources, and vitamin and mineral from my diet from clean whole foods. My 5th mistake I made was to not sleep enough. I would usually stay up late playing video games until around 12 o'clock. Then I would have to wake up around 6:30 to 7 in the morning for school. This meant that I only slept for 6 to 7 hours, which isn't sufficient if you want to build muscle optimally. To actually maximize muscle growth, make sure you sleep a minimum of 8 hours, and even possibly up to 10 if you have the time to do so. Sleep is the actual time where your muscle repairs itself and grows. Don't skim on it. The next mistake I made was to not track my progress in the gym. You know the moment where you want to start your first set but you forgot what was the last weight you used during your last lifting session? That was a huge problem. You have to incorporate progressive overload if you want to grow, and in order to do that, you have to first know what your previous weight was and to add onto it. Not only that, but the added bonus of having that high feeling whenever you hit a new PR is freaking amazing, man. To start tracking your progress, just open a note in your phone, type the exercise, the weight you used, and how many reps you did it for. Last but not least, the 7th mistake I made was to eat too much processed foods. Back during the pandemic lockdown, I used to order this large batch of plant-based meat from a local grocery store. In the morning, I would just open packet after packet and just grill them for breakfast every day. I ate them because they were high in protein, but the truth is they were still highly processed foods, which lacked a good micronutrient profile, which means they were low in vitamins and minerals, which are important for good health as well. Instead, what I should have done was to incorporate the 80-20 rule into my diet, which meant 80% of the food were clean, whole foods, and 20% of the food were the processed foods which I could eat occasionally. Summarizing the mistake I made was to first skip leg days, my inconsistent supplement routine, too many exercise variations, not caring about my diet, sleeping too little, not tracking my progress, and eating too much processed foods. So there you have it, my 7 common mistakes that I made during my fitness journey that slowed down my progress. I hope by sharing my experience, you've been able to identify areas in your fitness journey that may be holding you back. Yeah, if you like the video, make sure to click the like button and smash the subscribe button if you want to watch more from a small self-improvement and fitness YouTuber. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.